Okay, what's going on, everybody? It's J-Zack from J-Zack in the Red Zone. Here with part 2 of my mock draft. We're going to have picks 11 through 20 here. I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and get a recap counting down. We had Devin Bush at 10, Cleveland Farrell at 9, Greedy Williams at 8, DK Metcalf at 7, Jonah Williams at 6, Devin White at 5, Quinn Williams at 4, Josh Allen at 3, Nick Bosa at 2, Kyler Murray at 1. Let's go ahead and move on to pick number 11. We're going to get right into it. It's Dwayne Haskins going to the Bengals from Ohio State. I think the Bengals are happy. Their quarterback fell right into their lap. Nobody else wanted him. And I think this is a pretty decent value for Dwayne Haskins. I wouldn't pick him in the top 15, but I think this is a good value for the Bengals. Andy Dalton's not going to be the guy forever. And I think Dwayne Haskins fits their scheme a little bit. I think they can really mold him as the quarterback they want him to be. Moving on, we have Ed Oliver going to the Packers out of Houston. Get a great player here. Really, really strong player in Ed Oliver. A tremendously high ceiling. He's the best run stuffer in this class. He definitely needs to work on his pass rush, though. He's been a little... He leaves you wanting more in terms of the pass rush, but I think he's got a ton of potential. With good coaching, Ed Oliver could end up being the best player in this draft. Moving on, we got Brian Burns from FSU going straight to the Miami Dolphins. You need an edge player here. I think Brian Burns is the best available edge player on the board. Great player. He's not as strong as you want him to be, but he definitely put on pounds at the combine. He put on some weight, and I think Brian Burns is a terrific player, and I think 13 is actually a great value to pick him. I could actually see him going in the top 10. So now we have Jerry Tillery going to the Falcons. I freaking love Jerry Tillery so much. I absolutely love Jerry Tillery. If he was there at 17 for the Giants, I would take him. I think he was the second best pass rushing defensive tackle in this draft, right behind Quinn Williams. He's a very, very smart player. Absolutely love Jerry Tillery. I love Jerry Tillery. It's a great value. I think he's a top 10 player in this draft, and the Falcons had him fall right into their lap. So then we have a trade going on. We have the Redskins trading their 15th overall pick to the Arizona Cardinals, and the Cardinals are going to come in and take a tackle for their new quarterback. They're going to take Cody Ford. I love this. I love this a lot. The teammates get to stay teammates. We get Kyler Murray from Oklahoma with Cody Ford from Oklahoma. They get to stay teammates, and they get to move on to the same team. I actually think this is a really good pick here for the Cardinals. This is a good pick. Cody Ford, primarily a run blocker, but I think he's definitely a good tackle. And I think this is a good position to take him. It's good value. The Redskins basically get their previous top 10 quarterback for the 15th overall pick instead. And now Alex Smith can just sit comfortably watching Josh Rosen take over his team. So then we have the Carolina Panthers selecting Jawan Taylor. This is a great tackle here. I think he's probably the best run. Actually, Cody Ford is probably the best run blocking tackle here. A lot of people wanted me to take Jawan Taylor at 6 instead of Jonah Williams at 6, or Jawan Taylor at 17. Personally, I don't think he makes it past the Panthers. Keep in mind, guys, this is what I would do if I was the GM. These are the players I would take. This is who I would take if I was the Panthers. If you don't sign Darrell Williams again, then you have Jawan Taylor, and I think Jawan Taylor is a great player from Florida. Moving on, we have the New York Giants taking DeAndre Baker out of Georgia, somebody I believe to be the best corner in this year's draft overall. I think he's overall the best corner in this year's draft. I think he can play zone, he can play man, he can play man press, he can play off. Good size to him. I love DeAndre Baker. I think it's a good corner. Honestly, the college fan in me wanted me to take Byron Murphy, as he's kind of my favorite corner in this year's draft, but he's more of an off man and off zone kind of cover corner. He can play man, don't get me wrong. Byron Murphy can play man. I think he's the best corner of this draft personally, but I think if I'm the move here, I think DeAndre Baker definitely fits my scheme more, and I think he's not that far off from Byron Murphy, is why I'm okay with taking him, because he fits my scheme a little more, and DeAndre Baker. So now we have Dalton Risner going to the Minnesota Vikings. You need help on the offensive line, and I think Dalton Risner is the best available offensive tackle on the board. And I think this is a great pick here from Minnesota Vikings. Moving on, we got A.J. Brown going to the Tennessee Titans out of Ole Miss. I think A.J. Brown is the best receiver in this draft, maybe the second best receiver behind Andy Isabella in my personal opinion. But I think A.J. Brown is so versatile that you can put him anywhere. He can play in the slot, he can play outside. He's a great athlete. Ran a faster 40 than most people thought he was going to run. And I think you need some more weapons from Marcus Mariota. You need people who can create separation, not people who can just create contested catches, which is why I went with A.J. A.J. Brown. Great, phenomenal, probably the best route runner in this draft class, and I think that's the kind of weapon the Tennessee Titans and Marcus Mariota need. Moving on, we have Byron Murphy going to the from Washington, going to the Pittsburgh Steelers, best corner of this draft, in my personal opinion. I think he fits their schemes. The great pick for him. Initially, I wanted to go linebacker here, but I did not. I wanted to go Mac Wilson, but I ended up going with Byron Murphy. I think corner is more important than linebacker, and I think Byron Murphy, once again, best corner of this draft, falls to you at 20. You absolutely have to take him. So that's it, everybody. Let's go ahead and recap here. So we have Dwayne Haskins at 11. We have Ed Oliver at 12. Brian Burns at 13, Jerry Tillery at 14, Josh Rosen gets traded, Cody Ford ends up going at 15, Juwan Taylor at 16, DeAndre Baker at 17 in my New York Football Giants. We got Dalton Risner at 18, that's a great selection, I think. A.J. Brown at 19, and Byron Murphy at 20. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. The next video will be 21 through 32, so that next one will have 32 picks in it. So subscribe if you're new, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. If you would choose a different pick or you just think I'm an idiot, go ahead and comment in the comment section below, and I would love to respond to you. I will see you guys later. Bye.